right, so a couple things you need to know about me first. I've never done stand-up comedy. Next, I am 48. I've been married 21 years. I have 2 teenage daughters. And although I was once this close to being cool, I have now sadly fully transformed into like an 80s sitcom dad. Like, by which I mean like kind of dismissible, adorable, somewhat melted candle of a walrus that needs to get with it. Not my wife. She looks like she's 30, and she's the sexy one in our marriage, and I'm the soft one. So when Tusk, have any of you seen the movie Tusk? No? Great. I'm going to spoil it, so get ready. My younger daughter, she's 16, she has this bucket list of movies she wants to see, and so I found myself watching Tusk, which is a Kevin Smith horror movie about a man who is forcibly turned into a walrus against his will. And I was like, Hadley, too soon. When you're a parent, you have to conceal, you have to shield your kids from your true self, your true adult self. Makes sense. When you're little kids, you can't be an adult around little kids, so you have this little like mommy, daddy kind of persona. But as my kids get older, I find myself wondering, when do I get to drop that and be who I am around them? When does that kick in? Because it's kind of like I have a secret identity, kind of like, dare I say, a superhero, but not a cool one, not like Superman, but like Hawkeye. Like I picture Hawkeye sitting around the dinner table with his daughters, and they've just called him a nerd again, and he's like, hey, I am Hawkeye, actually. And they're like, yeah, we know. Your mask is just your face, and we thought you didn't want to talk about it because it's embarrassing. Because you're like the worst one, and the other ones can throw energy and fly. And all you do is shoot arrows, which is what we learned in the stupid Groupon we got for my 8th birthday instead of going to Great Wolf Lodge like I wanted. And I guess you kept going on your own, and now you're like a first act superhero. Like when they're still figuring stuff out, you like shoot a guard or knock an apple down that's like a clue somehow. But when it's the big boss battle, you're like knocked out, kidnapped. It never comes down to arrows, Dad. It's not Robin Hood. That was like 800 years ago. Time marches on, Dad. Time marches on. In life, it never comes down to arrows. So I was out, and they talk like that. I don't know why. I have this accent, my wife has her accent, and my daughters have that accent. I don't know where that came from. We were out at this restaurant, and I guess they'd had a trivia night the night before, and they still had the team names up on like this whiteboard. And one of the team names was Book Hockey. And my wife did not get the pun. And so she's like, Book Hockey? What's Book Hockey? And I'm like, just don't ask that right now. Don't ask that. Trust me. And it's, when we first got married, we established this signal. If we say trust me, it means 100%. Don't ask questions, just follow my lead. We'll talk about it later. And this is totally a trust me kind of situation. And it's great because even now, 21 years later, I still think that'll work. But it doesn't. She's just agitated now because no one's answering her question. She's like, Someone tell me what book hockey is. Come on, what is it? What's book hockey? And people are starting to stare. And this is a situation that calls for a hero. My daughters, they are starting to shrink down, and they're like, oh my God. They don't want to acknowledge that they know what it is, but obviously they know what it is. And I know that if there's something sexual that I know that my wife doesn't know, there's going to be an additional interrogation later. Even if it's gross and obvious, she's going to be like, so, do you want someone to book hockey you? I'm like, yeah, I want to be just slathered in Elmer's glue only. Not Elmer's glue, baby. Who's the sexy one now? She is still the sexy one. It's still not me. I am the walrus. Goo-goo-goo-goo. So I'm like, come here. And I whisper to her what it is. And I say, now don't say anything. Which even now, 21 years later, she knows means nothing. And so she practically screams, what? Why? And my daughters, in unison and in agreement for the first time in their recorded history, are like, Dad, can we wait in the car? And I'm like, okay. Because I am out of arrows, and I'm over my head, and in life it's true, it never comes down to arrows. Thanks so much for letting me do this, Todd. If any of you are musicians, know musicians, come back tomorrow from 6 to 9. Please don't make me explain what 6 to 9 means. We do another open stage here that's musicians, comedians, whatever you want, 15 minutes. Just come on down. Right here in this room tomorrow. I didn't know if we were